This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, Subham. Sairam. Okay, so doesn't matter which course you enrolled. Okay, so the thing is that you should have a knowledge on Python programming language. Okay, so my first module, it's a modules wise. I would like to start our classes actually. Okay, see, you may be enrolled for different courses, maybe data science, you may be enrolled for data analytics, maybe you may be enrolled for no business analytics, you may be enrolled for business intelligence, you may be enrolled for no data engineer position, whatever it is. Okay, see, this all modules, or this all technologies which is required, the only one thing which is the Python, and the second one is SQL. So that's the reason I would like to complete the Python programming language first, then I would like to go to the SQL, the next module. Okay, so once I completed the Python programming language, then we can look into the SQL. Okay, so that's my plan actually. So who are enrolled for only for Python and SQL, they will be left once they completed SQL. Okay, so yeah, so for this particular session I would like to start from the Python programming language. Okay, so guys, if you're not following, if you're not able to write anything, you don't worry, try to listen my classes actually. Okay, and if you're getting a small doubt, you can raise your voice, then definitely I will try to clarify your questions. Okay, yep. Now, yep, so now let's start with the Python programming language. Let's start with a Python, a programming language. See, how many people having the, or how many people are from computer background? Let's talk with the Jagadish. Are you are from computer science background? Kalyani,
I'm from BCom, sir.
become computer science. Okay, Kalyani,
No, sir, from petroleum engineering.
petrol engineering. Nagarjuna,
From electrical, sir.
okay, Pooja, B pharmacy, right? Pooja and Tulsi,
Yes, sir. B Pharmacy, sir. Science background.
science background. Pooja, I think you're not talking anything. Can you please unmute your system, and if you're able to get any kind of issues, please let me know. Okay, Sairam, are you from computer science background?
No, sir. BSc Maths and Statistics.
Okay, basically you're from BSc statistician. Okay, yeah. Shubham,
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Yeah, MSc, sir. Chemistry.
okay, so here most of the people are from the non-technical, I mean they are not from the computer science background. Okay, see, so you don't worry guys, see my class I would like to start from the scratch. Okay, if we have a zero knowledge on computer languages, okay, my intention is you would like to transition towards into 100% of the coding, computer coding. Okay, that's my job. Okay, your job, you just need to listen the classes and just practice it, and if I'm giving any kind of assignments, try to solve it, and if you're facing any kind of problem, without any kind of hesitation, please approach me, then definitely I would like to look your doubt actually. I hope you got my point, right? See, now You might be thinking, so what is a programming languages? So before I start that particular thing, I want to tell you one thing. What exactly the computer? Anybody can answer this question. Everyone know it, right? So computer is a device which is interconnected with lot of things. It may be RAM. Okay, RAM, it can be used for to process some, to temporary storage memory. Okay, and it is having the some hard disk. Okay, which is having the CPU, central processing unit, and which is having the monitor and keyboard, right? See, this all set is packed into one particular device. That device we are calling it's a computer, that everyone know it, right? See, but the computer is not a machine. Sorry, computer is not a human being. For example, if you got a doubt, simply you can raise your voice and you are talking either in English or Telugu or Hindi, whatever it is. You might be using a language. So this is you and this is me. Okay, if you want to be communicate with me, then what you can do, whatever the language you know it. For example, you well known English. Okay, I also know English. Okay, that particular situation, these two guys can easily communicate or not? Say yes or no. So I only know English and you only know English. If you both are the platform is the English language, then you both can be communicate to each other and the problem can be solved. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for example, went to Delhi. For example, you met one Delhi guy. Okay, he don't know anything. He know only Hindi language. Okay, this is some other guy. Okay, and this is you. This is you. You know only Telugu. For example, let me consider this. This is the Telugu. Okay, you are the guy. You know only Telugu. Okay, but you got some requirement. You want to communicate with this particular Hindi guy. Is it possible? This direct communication. Is it possible the direct communication? If you talk in Telugu, this Hindi guy can understood or not? Say sir, no. It's a
No,
general
sir.
question. No. Why? Why? Because of here the communication channel is different. See, one guy is language is different, another guy language is different. This guy can understand only Hindi and this guy only understand only Telugu. Okay, so this particular situation, these two guys are they are unable to communicate. This particular situation, unfortunately, I am there here. This is me. Okay, this is me and I know Telugu. Okay, I know Telugu. In the meanwhile, I know Hindi as well. Then what I can do? Whatever this guy can be communicate, this guy can be talk with me in Telugu, and the same thing I can translating into Hindi to this particular guy, so that here the communication problem can be reduced or not. Okay, yes or no? So here there is some mediator or translator is there, and this guy can get the information from the you, and the same information can be translated into that specific guy language. Okay, this is usually happen in a daily base. Is it clear or not in real time? But when it comes to the computer, let me consider computer is the device, and this one can understand only one language, that is 0 and 1. Okay, so when the computer can understand only 0 and 1, this particular language we are calling it same machine language. What is machine language, or else computer language, or else binary language. Did you clear me my point? For example, this is the computer. You already know it. Computer means it is a set of some code devices, and it can do some specific tasks by the instructions given by the users. So this is exactly computer, right? The computer can be understood only one language, that is mission language. So I just need some confirmation whether you are able to hear me or not.
Yes,
If
sir.
you can able to hear me, then do some okay, information, so that I can understand whether really you're getting my points or not. Sainath, hi, how are you? Yep. So I'm
Yes,
just
sir. Good morning, sir.
giving some, yes, good afternoon. Okay, so yeah, so I would like to tell you about computer languages. Okay, so initially the computer can understand only 0 and 1, when till now the computer has understand only 0 and 1 only. Okay, so for example, as a human being, you know English, for example, you know English, so you want to give one particular task this particular computer. You want to assign some specific task to this particular computer actually. For example, 2 plus 5. So for example, you have a calculator. Even a calculator also, it's a computer only. Okay, so 2 plus 5, it's a 7, right? So this is the instruction I want to give into this particular computer. The computer is never understood. The reason is that the computer can understand only 0 and 1. Whatever the instructions you are giving from external, okay, this instructions is never understand by the computer, because of the computer instructions are zeros and ones. So that's a purpose the programming languages comes to the picture. So as a man or as a human being, if you want to do some specific task with the computer, you should give the instructions either 0 and 1 only. Okay, when you are giving the instructions in zeros and ones or mission language, then the mission language, then the computer can understand that particular mission language, and it can be performing the task actually. For example, 2 plus 5. So this is the 2. You should be converting into the binary format, and this plus also could be converting into the binary format, and 5 also could be converting into the binary format, and externally without any computer intervention. Okay, that particular instruction, this particular mission instructions, when you're providing to this particular computer, the computer can understand, and which is also generating the result could be in a binary format only. Again, if you want to understand this particular result, again you should be converting into some decimal format actually. So this is overall happening in a, so this is the thing you should do if you don't have a programming languages. Okay, if you don't have any kind of programming languages, then this is the thing you have to do it actually. But so you are preventing this many things, okay. And yeah, insert blank page. Yeah, okay, so you're preventing that particular problem. So we have a programming languages. Okay, the programming languages can be anything. Let me consider this is the programming language. So this is the mission. Okay, mission can understand only zeros and ones, right? So for example, this is the human being. So human being, it's impossible to write a program in mission language. Even computer also is never understand your human instructions. So to overcome that one, what we are doing, so we created some instructions which is something like English language. Okay, programming language. So we are using some programming language. Programming language means to communicating with the computer, we created language that we are calling it's a programming language. So this programming languages which is same like English instructions only. So when it is the instructions are English, when the instructions are English, okay, so the human being can easily write a code. The human being can be write a code. So this is the code which is never understand by the computer, that particular situation. So whatever the programming languages we are using, so every programming language, it's having its own translator. Programming language translators. Okay, for example, if I'm using the C, then the translator is different. When I'm using the C++, the translator, we should use the C++ supported translator. When I'm using the Java programming language, the translator is different. When I'm using the Python programming language, the translator, we should use in a different translator actually. Okay, this is the translator you should be installed on your computer. This translator, once if you're installing in your computer, whatever the code you given to this particular computer, this is the translator can be converting into 0 and 1. So that's the reason the computer can understand this particular code what you are providing to this particular computer actually. So when this particular got this instructions internally as a binary format, then it can be generating some output, and the output will be providing to this particular translator, and which is displaying on the screen with human readable. This is exactly happening internally. Is it clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions regarding about this one?
No, sir.
Okay, who will go for explain this entire process? How the computer can works at this particular situation. I mean, this generation, how the computer is working. So in a first generation of computer, if you want to be communicating to the computer, make sure that you should write a code in a zeros and ones. That's the problem we are facing. But now you are not writing a code in a machine language. In the meanwhile, the machine also no need to understand okay what you are providing, because of internally there is some translator you are installing on your computer, and you are providing the code, and the translator can be converting automatically into the binary, and which can be performing by the computer, and which is generating some result. That result it can be showing to on the screen itself. Clear?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
Is it
translator
clear?
is like a processor.
Translator is a software.
Software.
Okay, it's a just a, no, it's a software. The software you should be installed on your machine. So the translator can be differ programming language to programming language. Okay, clear?
Okay. Clear, sir.
So if you change the programming language as well, at the same time you should change your programming translator also. Okay, now let me consider. See, programming language. Now you understood. Programming language means the language which can be used to communicate it to the computer, right? See, there are different programming languages are there in the market. Okay. See, at initial stage, so the programming language is the first programming language is it's a machine language. Yes or no? After that one, we are facing a problem of mission language. So that's the reason the people they implemented a programming language. The name of the programming language is its assembly language. Okay, so when it comes to the assembly language, which is a which is something like English only, which is something like English instructions. So here this assembly language can be with help of the assembly
Yes.
language. Hello, can you please mute your system? Yeah. With help of the assembly language, the programmer can be write a code. Guys, can you please mute your systems? Sairam, can you please mute your system? Yep. So for example, I'm using the second generation language, the second programming language, which is assembly language actually. The assembly language, which is something like instructions, was in an English format. Okay. So with help of assembly language, we build the code, and the code we are providing to the computer. The computer internally, we have the one particular translator. The name of the translator is its assembler. Okay, so when the assembler is already installed on your computer, then whatever the code you are returning with help of the assembly language, then it can be converting into the 0 and 1, and we are able to performing the task. Let me consider the computer is internally there is some CPU, the computer which is having the CPU. The CPUs are different companies are providing the different CPUs. For example, Qualcomm is providing the Snapdragon. Okay, for example, Intel is providing the Intel processor. Okay, for example, IBM is providing the its own processor, IBM processor. Okay, so here the CPUs are different. CPUs are there. So based upon the computer which you are using, or which company computer you are using, based upon that one, the CPU can be changes. Okay, see, if you are using the CPU is Intel, for example, if you are using the Intel CPU, that particular situation, the Intel having its own mission instructions, own assembly instructions. Okay, see, at this particular situation, the user who are writing the program, okay, that programmer need to know which CPU I am using. Okay, so based upon that particular CPU instructions, you should write the code actually. So here, this is the user, if you want to write the code, he was depending on the CPU or not? Yes or no? So for example,
Yes, sir.
you are using the IBM processor. That particular situation, if I want to write a code on your processor, okay, or in your mission, then I want to know which CPU you are using. So if I know you are using the IBM processor, then the IBM is having its own assembly instructions. Then I should write the code based upon the IBM instructions for the same task. Okay, here the task is same. Here the task is same, but the code is different for every code can be changed for every CPU. Okay, so this is the problem we are facing with assembly programming language at the beginning days. So to overcome this thing, okay, we have another programming languages are there. So I would like to tell you that one. So this is the two programming languages people can call it's a low level languages, low level programming languages. Okay, the reason is that this mission language, assembly language, which is dedicated to processor, okay, which is mission depending. So if you change the mission, then the program also need to be changed. So this is the mission dependable. These two programming languages are mission dependable. So that's the reason these two programming languages we are calling it say low level programming languages. Okay. To overcome this one, the third programming language comes to the picture, which is C++, Python, and Java, MATLAB. Different programming languages comes to the picture. This all programming languages we are calling it same high level programming languages. What it is? High level programming languages. What exactly the high level programming languages? So when it is high level programming language, you can write the code with help of the any programming language, either it is a C++, okay, or Java, Python, whatever it is. For example, if I am writing the code with C, and the same code can be work with Intel, can be work with IBM, okay, can be work with Snapdragon. So any processor it can be work. For example, if I write the code of the C++, then that particular situation the machine can understand. Even if you write the program with help of the Python, so that particular situation also any computer can understand. So here mission is independent. Mission is independent. When the mission is independent, that particular situation, that particular programming languages, we are calling it say high level programming languages. Hope you clear, right? Hope you clear or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions? Yeah. So for example, now would like to go for understanding the software. So before we go for understanding the software, first we need to go for understanding the program. So program means it's a very simple thing. It's a collection of okay instructions. Instruction means some code. So for example, if you write some code, so each and every line it's an instruction only. Okay, so collection of statements or instructions. People can call it's an instructions or statements to do a task actually. Okay, so when it comes to this particular program, if I'm using the C program, then you should write the C instructions. If I'm using the C++, then you should write the C++ instructions. If I'm using the Python to write a program, then you should use the Python instructions. If I'm using the Python programming language, then you should use the Java. If I'm using the Java programming language, then you should use the Java instructions. So whatever the programming languages you selected, that particular instructions you should write to performing that particular task. Is it clear? Yep. Now
Yes,
that's
sir.
fine. Now that's fine. So now tell me, what is the software? Software means it's a not a single program, it's a collection of programs. Okay, it's a collection of programs to do any one of the tasks, any one specific task. So for example, it is not single program, guys. That's, you should remember it. For example, I want to build a Facebook application. I want to build the Facebook application. See, the Facebook application, which is not a single program. So the Facebook, which is having the multiple programs. Okay, that all multiple programs, which is combined in one place. Okay, first you should develop how this particular Facebook can work. I can tell you. First, this is the all programs which is built by the multiple developers. This all programs you need to develop initially, and we need to deploy after development. Then you should test. Okay, if the testing is done, if it is everything is fine, then we can able to go with deploy. Okay, first develop, then test, then deploy. When you are deploy, then which is comes to the real world, so everybody can able to access, so everybody can able to use the Facebook, right? Okay, but to build the Facebook, it was taking some longer, many couple of years to build that particular application. Once everything is done, everything is development is done, then they will test initially. Once the testing is also successfully done, then they are deploying to the cloud or servers, then everybody can able to access. Okay, so this is the process we are calling it a software development life cycle, SD, software development life cycle. First, requirement gathering. Requirement gathering. So every company, if they want to be build one particular project, okay, first what they will do, they will gather the all the requirements. Array, Aroka Kandra. So first, what you will do, so whatever the project you want to do it, okay, that particular project, based upon that particular project, so you should gather the requirements, how many number of people we require, and how many days it will consider, and based upon that one, what you will do, you can able to develop the code. Once development is done, then you would like to go for testing. Once the testing is done, then it is go for the development, deployment. Once the deployment is done, then it could be under maintenance. Okay, this is the process we are calling it say SDLC. Clear? Software development life cycle. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So, but these SDLCs are, this software development life cycles are changing every day. I mean, the process could be changed every time. Now there is different methodologies the people are using. Okay, there are different methodologies the people are using. Okay, what are the methodologies they are using now? Okay, this is the process. This is the software development life cycle. Initially, waterfall methodology. Okay, waterfall methodology. Next, agile process. This is one software development life cycle, and this is another software development life cycle. Okay, and now the people they are using the DevOps. This is DevOps is the also it's a software development life cycle. See here, there is some problem. So once if you build the code, once you develop the code, if you want to change anything, it will take longer, as much longer time. If you want to be modify anything in your project, so it will take a lot of time. But in case of Agile, so it's first they will develop. By the time of development only, they will task testing of each and every module. By the time of testing only, they will able to go for deploy, and by the time of deployment, then they will able to go for maintenance. If you want to be build anything, then again it will be built parallelly. So here if you want to be modify anything, it will take short time. Okay, so everything here manually we are doing actually. When it comes to the DevOps, it's a continuous integration, continuous development, continuous testing, okay, continuous deployment. Everything will be continuous actually. So here automation will comes to the picture. So here manually you want to do it actually, but here for example, if you want to be modify or if you want to be update any version, then it will take less time. But when comes to here, within fraction of second, in minutes only, the operations can be performing. So these are the three different software development life cycles they are using. Waterfall are not using at this moment. Some companies are still they are following the agile process. Some companies are using the DevOps process for developing the software. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Clear, sir.
To build any kind of software, this is the process only they are using. To build any software, either this one they are using. So this is just an approach to communicating with the team in the company. Okay, or to development the process, maybe you need to interact with multiple people. So that process will help you to track each and everything in your project. Clear? So the reason is that the single project which is not built by the single person, maybe a project which is involving the multiple people. So which is the reason? Okay, so we should maintain the some kind of process. The process is it's agile process or else DevOps process without any cross things. Okay. Okay. Now I am talking about software, right? See, software means it's a collection of programs to do some kind of specific task actually. So basically the softwares are two types. One is the system softwares. System software in the sense, so the software it's a purely dedicated for mission working. Let me consider your operating system. Without operating system, is your computer can work? Without Android or OS, can your mobile can work? No, right? Okay, so whatever the software which is dedicated for mission requirement, that particular softwares we are calling it say system softwares. Next one is application software. Application software in the sense whatever the software which is fulfilling the human being needs, that particular softwares we are calling it say application softwares. There are a lot of example for the application software. For example, Facebook, Twitter, Google. Without Google, your mobile can work, right? Google and Facebook, Instagram, okay, and Instagram, Skype, lot of other applications. These are all applications which is used by the human being, not by the computer, but we should install on a machine only. Okay, if you want to be use it. So these are the different type of softwares we have it. This all software, whether it is a system software, whether it is application software, you should use either C++, Java, Python, Perl, different programming languages. You should use it. So this particular class, I am not using any programming language. I would like to go for using the Python. Okay. Now let's talk about the Python programming language. Tell me, what is Python programming language? Tell me, guys. Python programming language. Tell me, what is Python programming language? See, Python programming language is it's high-level programming language, which means you just need to write the code in English or words. Okay. So, and moreover, and which is the easiest programming language in the world. How much it is easy when you guys know English, and even they don't know maths also, it's fair enough. But if you go with C++, Java, the people, they need to know the English as well as somewhat logicalness also they require. But when it comes to the Python, even if your background is it's a non-technical, they can easily understood this particular programming language. And when you want to write a code, it could be the simple, actually as much as simple. For example, if I'm using the C++, Java, if you want to be build on particular software, there you should write the 10,000s of lines of code. But when it comes to the Python, we are reducing the code into, in the same task, if instead of using the C++, Java, or if I'm using the Python, within 1,000 lines only I can able to write build that particular application. So which means the code density also was reduced when I'm using the Python programming language. Okay, easy, simple code density also can be small. Not only this thing, see, which is following the so many programming languages features, but you don't need any prerequisite. No need of any programming languages knowledge, any computer knowledge. Okay, without any computer knowledge, you can easily understand the Python programming language. And even we don't need any computer language, but it is following the C features, which is following the C++ features, which is following the Java features, which is following the Perl programming language features. So we have a lot of programming languages are there. So this all programming language features, which is included the only one programming language, which is Python. Okay, so that's the reason which is so powerful this 2022. Okay, I can tell you one thing, the grass rate and the usage. Okay, the topest programming language in the world, I would like to show you just in the look. Top 10 programming languages in 2022. I am not telling this one actually. So there is some companies, they always okay doing research which programming language, they always doing some kind of survey. This is the company, TIOBE is the company. So this is the company which always testing the okay, so software quality, actually this is the, they are testing always software, which software is the better. Okay, they are quality testing. Okay, so August deadline, Python going through the roof. Python seems to be unstoppable. Okay, the scripting language gain another 2% of this month. It is now in all time high of 15% of 4.2 in the market share. Okay, it is hard to find the field of programming language in which Python is not used extensively nowadays. The only exception is safety and critical embedded system, because of the Python is being dynamically typed and too slow. This is why performance of language, when you are comparing the performance, C and C++ could be the better, because of C and C++, which is the instructions, it can be easily understand by the computer. But when it comes to the Python, which is little bit of more English, so that to conversion rate could be little slow. So that's the reason C++ performance could be the high, Python could be the low. That's the reason C++ still they are using in embedded systems. In embedded systems, Python we are not using much, but in other things, Python we are using. In embedded system, the people are using the C and C++. Okay, so you just see here the toppest programming language in August 2022. In August 2022, Python is the toppest plus. Actually, in August 2021, C is the top position. Now the Python beats the C programming language as well, Now the toughest programming language in the world it's a Python programming language. Okay, and the change rate also, it's a 3.56. Even C also changed it to plus 2.03 usage, but even though Python is the best now. Index is check the whether the programming language skills still update to strategic decision or what programming language should be adopted when starting to build new versions. Okay, see how the crazy of the Python. So there are lot many programming languages. These are all programming languages: Python, C, Java, C++, C#, Visual Basic, JavaScript, assembly language, okay, SQL, and PHP, Shift, Classic Visual Basic, Delphi, Object Pascal, Objective C, Go, R, MATLAB, Ruby, Fortran, Perl. These are all programming languages. We have a lot of many programming languages are there. So this is the graph. This is the visualization of each and every programming language. Every programming language. See, every day Java is reducing. See, Java is downfalling here. You just every day the strategies, the usage was reducing. I'm not telling this one. The truth of TIOBE is the one of the software testing company. They're always testing they're always doing the research on the programming languages or different softwares, which software is the best, and they're always doing some kind of survey. Based on this particular survey, Java is downfall, okay, but Python is going to increase, and the meanwhile C also, it is a top position only. C and Python are top position. Even again Java is a little bit of changing to some positive thing, but thing is that when it comes to the Python, so Python is the top position. I hope so you clear, right? Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
So now tell me which is the programming language is the best in the world.
It's a Python, sir.
But I can say this is temporary only. Okay, so if the new programming language comes, and if it is the beats the okay Python features, then again that could be the top position. So don't stop for one programming language. Okay, now Python, maybe after 2 years or 3 years, maybe another programming language. So what you should do, don't habituate it for the one programming language. Once if you learn one particular programming language, which is the programming language in the best of now every year, so you have to be habituated with a specific programming language. Okay, now Python, so concentrate on Python programming language. Maybe after 2 years, maybe different programming language. That time you should learn that specific programming language actually. Okay, clear, right? So that's for today's class, guys. I just given a small information so about what is the program and what is a programming language, what is software, and what are the softwares are there, and how the industries are doing the projects with different software development life cycles like waterfall, agile, and devops. This is what I explained, okay, and little bit of Python features I explained. By tomorrow class, what I will do, you just bring your laptops. Okay, you should maintain your own laptops and PCs, and you should download the translator, Python translators in your computer, and that means you should go for creating the environment on your computer, and you should write some programs, and we'll look into some small how the Python is working and how the Python is simple, that we will look in a tomorrow session. Okay, it's a clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, take care and see you soon. Bye, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Sir,
you. Yep, Sainath, tell me.
tomorrow tomorrow time is same, sir.
uh,
Today,
okay, so what you will do, you can tell me what are the timings are better for you, all of you, morning or evening?
Morning,
Morning.
sir.
morning, sir.
Morning or morning.
Sir, evening, sir.
Okay, whatever the timings is willing to you, and you let me know. So according to that one, I can plan for my timings. So what you will do actually, you can communicating to your Kishore and what are your specific timings, and don't stick with only one slot actually. You can give your entire slots, and based upon that slots, I can fix one specific time. Okay. Or else if we have a time, then I can look, I would like to take it timings from each and every one. Okay. So first start with Jagadish. Jagadish.
Yes,
So don't tell in one timing slot actually. What are the timings it is possible for you? Let me know.
sir. At evening time I'm free, sir. After 4.
After 4 p.m. anytime is possible for you. Till what time?
Yes, till 9, 10 o'clock.
Till 10 p.m. you are free.
Yes, sir.
What about Kalyani?
In the morning, sir.
Sorry,
At morning, sir, around 6 to 8, like in that duration, I'll be available.
6 to 8 a.m. is fine for you. What about evening? Evening is not at all possible. Any
Uh,
slot.
like it can be from 9 to 10, sir. Evening.
Evening 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, this is another slot. It's not possible at 7 p.m.
No, sir. Actually, I have another class. Like, I'm into another.
Okay, fine. What about Nagarjuna?
5 p.m. to 10 p.m., sir.
5 p.m. to 10 p.m. is fine for you.
Yes, sir.
And Pooja? Pooja?
And morning 7 to 8:30, sir, and evening it will be after 6 to 8.
7 a.m. to
8:30.
8:30 a.m. is fine for you.
Yes, sir. If evenings after 6 to 8 or 8:30.
6 p.m. to
8:30 or 9.
okay, approximately 9. Okay, next. Next, Sainath,
Sir, evening, sir. 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, and Sairam, 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 can you hear me or not? Subham,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Yes,
sorry,
sir. Sairam, sir.
Subham, tell me.
Sir, morning, sir. 7 to 9, sir. And evening, sir, 8 to 10.
7 to 10.
Yes, sir. And evening to 8 to 10.
Evening also, but morning you
Eh,
tell me like no. So 7 p.m. is fine for you, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Now tell me.
7 p.m., sir.
7 p.m. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Saira,
Yes, sir. Currently, I'm free, sir. I can attend
any time
any
is fine.
service.
Any time
Yes,
is
sir.
fine. That's a great thing. Tulasi,
Sir, at morning 7 to 8 p.m., sir, and in evening 6 to 9 p.m., sir.
6 to 8.
6 to 9 p.m., sir.
Sorry, morning. I am talking about morning,
Morning 7 to 8 p.m., sir. 8 a.m., sir.
8 a.m. So fine. Evening,
6 to 9, sir.
6 to 9. Okay. Okay, so oh, only Jagadish and Sai are possible only evenings. Kalyani is only for possible only morning. Rest of, I mean, all are okay for morning as well. But Jagdish and Sai is, it's not possible, right? Can you please confirm it? It's not possible 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Also, we have a college.
Okay,
8 o'clock.
college.
We have to get ready.
I know. Okay, you have to get ready. Okay, so what time you have a college?
8:30, sir.
8:30. So if I complete the class at 8 o'clock, can't be reached to the college?
No, sir. I can reach, but Sainath is from long. Sir.
Okay,
Please
okay,
confirm
fine. No,
now.
no problem. I'm not changing your timings. Okay, so we can talk. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I can tell you that slots for each and every one. Okay, so most of the people are okay in the morning, and some people they are looking for the evening only. Okay. 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 Give me some time. Okay, we can sort out this problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. Bye. Take care.